This is Michael B. Today I'm showing you my 1967 Porsche 912 sunroof coupe. I've known this car forever. I first saw this car when I was 8 years old. Since then, I kept in touch with the owners, which were very long term, and I ended up with this car probably, it could be 20 years ago. It came in boxes. It was probably in 3,000 parts. An abandoned project from a very nice gentleman who kept it out of the elements, but in pieces, for a very long time. This is Tangerine, which is an original factory color. This particular car was optioned really well and had European delivery. Fog lights, leather interior, sunroof, as I mentioned, 5-speed. The Tangerine, that Talbot mirror on the side here, isn't that just wonderful? Wood steering wheel. No radio. Let's open it up and take a look. During my restoration, I made a few changes. Very few. You see the rally clocks on the dash. That was something of mine. I put in this houndstooth on the leather seats, front and back, because I really enjoyed it. And while the car ran really well, it had an oil leak at the main seal. So I did a complete rebuild on the engine, making it so it had a little bit more power than stock. These were rated at about 90 horsepower. This one's putting out about 130. Now 130, you say, well, that's not a lot, but the 911 of this vintage was 130 horsepower, give or take. And the 911 was quite a bit heavier. So this car, with its 912 4-cylinder, has the same horsepower as those 911s, but a weight advantage. And with a sports car, that's what you want. You want lightweight, tossable. This short wheelbase style of chassis is very tossable. 1968 was the last year for the short wheelbase on this platform. It is just such a lovely car. So as I said, I've known this car since I was about 8 years old. I've been to plenty of Porsche parades with it, and I've really gotten to enjoy it. My son says out of all the cars that I have, this is the one that he'd keep. And I can see why. It is fun and shiny and the right color. This car did come with fuchsia wheels, as you can see. These are an updated version. I've got 6-inch wide. The original wheels were 4.5 and sought after. There's that orange bar hood ornament, as they call it, orange bar. And they do that because early cars were adorned as such. You can always tell an early Porsche because the windshield wipers, as you can see, lay over to the passenger side, at least in USA spec, passenger side. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this car for a little drive. How would you like that? Okay. To start a 1967 912, get your seatbelt. It's just a lap belt. This particular engine I built with the help of John Benton. John Benton is a 912 guru. He resides out in California, and we spoke of the specifications. He put a custom cam in it that's to his own liking. I specified a digital distributor with a particular advanced curve. So, usually just touch the pedal once or twice, hit the key, see what happens. And it fires right up. I've got a Porsche exhaust system on this. The factory system was rather restrictive. And that helps with the horsepower. Weber carburetors versus the originals, because the Webers give you the performance that you're looking for. And this car is just an absolute ball to drive. I'm going to lower that window. I got the wing windows open, or what we call air conditioning, and we're going to take off. Now, this car's got the 5-speed gearbox, as I had mentioned, which was optional on this. And first gear is down and towards you. They call that a dog leg. So let's put that dog leg in first and take off. Super lightweight. This car may tip the scales at 1,900 pounds. Now think of that. 1,900 pounds and 130 horsepower. There we go. As I have said before, I live out in the country, so traffic is usually to our favor because there isn't any. We're coming up on my stop sign here. Take a look around, and it's just us. There we go. Oh, here we come. There's a neighbor. Alright, I'm going to run up this little hill. I'm going to get into the power a little bit, because I wanted you to hear that. That was 4,000 RPM. The car's still a little cold. We're on a road that probably would suit an F-150 better than a sports car. But it's great. Look how tall the corn is. So I had this car apart for 3 years after purchase, making sure that I inventoried everything and put everything back in its place. It was a really good condition car. It's lower mileage. There's no squeaks. No matter how bumpy the surface. It's a Porsche. It's just so nice to drive. On a day like today, where it's 68 degrees, no wind, not a cloud in the sky, what more would you want than go out and drive your sports car? I'm going to do this with quite a few cars so you can take a look at what I've got. Whoops, that was me. All right, off we go. I really like the 901 gearbox. It's just so light. So I had a 356, and my wife said my head was too big for the window of the 356. So I thought, what can I get that its dimensions are a little, I'd say, more pleasing for a 6-foot guy like myself, yet still have that 356 aura, because I am crazy about the 356. And the 912 came into view. Again, knowing this car for as long as I have, I didn't think I'd ever get the opportunity to buy it, but when I did, those many years ago, I'm sure glad I took the opportunity to do so, because it is one of my favorites. Speaking of one of, you're going to see several more versions of different tastes as we go through the collection and take a good look at it. All right. Now this is a very busy road, but today, not busy. So I'm going to step on the throttle and let you see. So this engine build, like I said, John Benton put his cam in there. This car comes alive after 5,000 RPM. I mean, it's like you hit the nitrous. Look at that. That's high speed indicated, and it just sounds great. Effortless also. And the car just dances. I mean, it's so light and nimble. You know, the 912 didn't come with a rear sway bar. It could be optioned. This one wasn't. And it still handles impeccably. It's really enjoyable. I'm coming down through the gears. Down to third. Down to second. I'm going to get back on the throttle just for the heck of it. Here we go. That's 6,000. And I'm telling you, as soon as it passes 5,000, it just roars. You could probably rev this thing to 7 if you wanted, the way I've had it built. I enjoy it no matter if I putter it around or get into the throttle. This is the type of car that while you're sitting at a stoplight, people pull up next to you and say, "Hey, what year is that?" And you tell them it's a 1967, it floors them. 1967. This is older than most people that are driving around the neighborhood that I live in. All right, downshift, little heel toe, because Porsche sets up the brake pedal with the clutch and the throttle perfectly for heel and toe. I truly enjoy driving this car. All right, we're back at the homestead. I drive my wife crazy here because I do silly things like this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Why not? My own little racetrack, right? Listen to that. Oh yeah, that's fun. Okay. Let me park this thing back again. And I tell you what, we'll keep this up. I'll show you the next one, maybe next week. It might surprise you. I hope you like imports and domestics, because I do. Thanks again for watching.